Hillary and Wayne with Family Acreage Health and Wellness. And today we're going to be interviewing power couple Vic and Katie Zachary. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Go ahead.
Hi guys, my name is Katie Zachary. I am a CrossFit coach. Also, I do nutrition consulting on the side.
Vic Zachary. So I own Bayou City Crossfit. Owned it since 2008. I've opened a second one with buddies. We've sold that one. Been through the OPEX program with James Fitzgerald. Every certification you can think of with CrossFit, nutrition, gymnastics, football back in the day. A lot of small seminars and big seminars, everything in between.
Oh, you said your resume.
I gave my
good job. Okay, good job.
The parts I wanted to share.
Do you want to add stuff to yours?
No, I mean, I've been a CrossFit coach for, 11, 12 years now?
A couple years after me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's it. I just recently, in the last couple years, became a nutrition coach, and that's it. That's my resume. It's not as long as yours.
But y'all been to the games a couple of times too, right? The CrossFit Games?
Yeah,
so I competed,
in the beginning, when we were younger.
Yeah, I competed in 2009 as an individual, 2010 as an individual, and then 2011 on a team.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2012, I helped coach the team that went to the games.
Yep, that was fun.
Ah, cool. Man,
Our selfish days.
That was that long ago.
That long ago.
I know.
Oh, forever ago.
I know.
All right. Well, it is the holidays. It's actually the day after Thanksgiving. And we all got nice and fat yesterday, eating a lot of food. And
Speak for yourself.
Okay. Well,
I'm teasing.
I was comfortably stuffed.
Yeah, satisfied.
Yeah,
exactly.
And so, I know a lot of people go way overboard, like some of us did yesterday.
Sure.
How do you? That's the main reason why we're here. Just try to tell people how to get in the right frame of mind. Maybe like not go. I mean, go have fun. I mean, we're not your mom and dad. We're not here to tell you what to do, right? Mm-hmm. And it's not a religion. You're not sinning. You're just having fun and enjoying family and friends. So, how do y'all make sure you just don't blow yourself up, I guess you'd say, right?
Yeah. So that's a good question, because this is actually what I told a couple of my clients leading up to this week. The day of Thanksgiving, a lot of people like to save it all for the Thanksgiving meal, right? Mm-hmm. Like they don't eat, or they might eat like an egg or whatever. But I always recommend them eat a savory breakfast. So eggs, avocado, spinach, then some onions.
I'll cut that out.
Excuse me. Sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. Savory breakfast, eat normally. Like don't deprive yourself. That way you'll stay fuller, longer, satisfied. So then that way when the meal comes, you're not starving. And then that's when people overindulge, right? They go for they have their first plate, and then before even sitting and letting their stomach digest, like not even 5 minutes, they're for their second, and then right after and then at the end after their dessert, like within probably 20 minutes, they're like, oh my god, I'm so full, it hurts. Yeah.
Like your eyes get bigger than your
so
stomach.
I say, don't skip a meal, like eat normal, whatever your normal breakfast is. Go for a walk that morning, go for a walk after the meal. And hopefully you won't overindulge come mealtime.
Okay, very good answer.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, I think it's just portion control. I think for me especially, it's like I want to try what everybody made. So for me, it's that little bit of a piece of everything, and then try to be satisfied. Sit 20, 30 minutes, let that food digest, and then go from there. I did that to a point yesterday until it got to Jan's angel cake, and then it was just game over.
There was no portion control.
But I knew that going into it. I knew this is where I'm going to dive off. Whatever, I'm fine with it.
You waited till the end to hit that though, at least. So
the biggest issue I think is the alcohol amount throughout the day, right? So for me, it was yesterday was a nice little flow all day long, to where by the time it was dinner time, I was starving, I was ready to eat, and then after I ate, it was just this crash, and I'm just sitting on the couch.
You went to bed early.
Oh yeah. Well, but that's to say early, right? So last night I went to bed what, 8:30, 9?
8:30.
I mean,
awesome.
that's early. That's early for Thanksgiving.
Our kids weren't in bed yet.
Well, you gotta think our normal week I'm in bed by 8:30 every night anyway, right?
Yeah.
And
Nice.
so that
Nice.
normal routine of
Somebody's calling my phone.
Cut that out.
How do you like that? I don't know why I do that.
Oh, wow.
It's all attached.
Okay.
So-
Hey, we're
Still
back.
running.
So the normal routine of my life is going to bed between 8 and 9 o'clock. We'll say 8:30. So even on the weekends or family events or functions, my body's ready at that time to go to bed.
That's nice.
Right. So last night it was like, well, I drank throughout the day. I had a good sized meal, bigger than usual. Oh, by 8:30, it's like, man, you're done. You need to go to bed. And so for me, it was like, well, all right, time for me to go to bed. It's just normal.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big thing where people start messing up too, is they don't know what their normal routine is, or they don't have that normal routine. And so then their body doesn't digest well. It doesn't burn the calories when it's supposed to burn because it doesn't have this routine for the body. That makes sense? So.
All right. Well, I know that you did do something that morning, exercise-wise, though, right? Kind of just help.
Yeah, so for me, like going into this week was the normal workout week, and then usually I work out 5 to 7 workouts within 5 days. So Monday through Friday, it's about 7 workouts, and then typically Saturday and Sunday are my rest days. I don't do anything. So coming into this week, yesterday got up here. Yesterday was Thursday. Woke up, did a little run, squat, lunge, burpee, found a rock, threw a rock around in thrusters, and that was my workout for yesterday. Perfect.
And we have some video of that too. So
Nothing high intense. It was just moving and trying to get blood flowing. So today I woke up and I was like, hey, today's Friday. I'm going to rest Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think some people get stuck in that mind frame of like, hey, I've got to work out every single day. And if I'm not working out, I'm doing something wrong, which is the wrong answer. Your
Or
body.
I ate bad, so I have to work out the next day.
Or
Really intense.
twice the amount.
I don't like working out as punishment. I mean, like,
No.
I was naughty. I think workouts should be fun. You should enjoy it, or else it doesn't last.
It should
Yeah.
be. It should be. Right? And so for me, like coming up to Oklahoma for a few days, it's like, okay, I'm going to get 1 workout day and I'm going to get 3 days of rest. Right? And for somebody like me who works out 7 days, Monday through Friday, 3 days of rest is good for my body to recover, let the aches and pains kind of die down a little bit,
And it's going to
inflammation
be
go
better
down.
for you in the long run because you're not going to get injuries, right? Like you're
Yeah.
here 3 days, you're enjoying time with your family that you rarely get to see.
Yeah.
It's beneficial for your body more so than not, just to take those 3 rest days.
Yes.
Right.
100%.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
And rest can also mean just going for a walk, or still be
Yeah.
Active recovery.
Yeah,
Just going
active
for
recovery.
a 30, 40 minute walk.
Going playing with the kids like
Yep.
the way you were doing. So you're
Yep.
still doing something, but it's not that scheduled routine that you're used to having.
That's right.
So
That's right. I forgot. I went outside and you were like, oh, you just ran with the kids back and
Back and forth.
Yeah, carrying them.
Constantly.
yeah, and they do that all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have that kind
Kids
of
are
energy.
not light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just finished Thanksgiving. We're coming into Christmas. A lot of people, they don't want to start changing their lifestyle until the new year, and with the New Year resolution, and then those New Year resolutions, they don't last very long typically. How can we start going in that healthier pathway without waiting?
Well, the funny thing is, like people with CrossFit, they say, "Oh, well, I need to get in shape before I do CrossFit." Right? CrossFit's been this underground workout for a couple years, then it turned into like a mainstream soccer mom kind of deal, and then now it's kind of like this taboo, like, "Oh, you do CrossFit, blah blah." Or people are like, "Man, CrossFit's so intense. I need to get in shape before I do CrossFit." Well, it depends on where you go, what kind of gym you go to. Like,
Yeah.
I tell people, like, it doesn't matter what shape you're in, you just need to go and do it. Right? So it doesn't matter if you're going to go to CrossFit gym or not. If you're going to go join any gym, a 24 hours, a Gold's, anything, it starts with just moving. It starts with just waking up, drinking water, and going for a walk. Right?
Yeah, I tell my clients, and I was telling Uncle Tom this earlier, start small. So I have, it's funny because this specific client, I reached out to him, checked on him because I program just like home workouts, and we do a couple check-ins a month. Hey, how's it going? How are the workouts going? I almost said his name. I didn't want to say it. But, and he has fallen off, okay? And he was like, well, we'll have to get back on after Thanksgiving. Well, my response, why wait till Thanksgiving? Nope. I'll see you next week. Like, let's get a workout in before Thanksgiving, right? Like, let's just get a workout in. Yeah, like why start after Thanksgiving? And so I tell all those people that want to wait for the new year or make all these New Year's resolutions, like, start somewhere, start small. Whether it's drinking, like, let's say like 40 ounces of water a day, you know, like some people don't even get that. Or maybe go to bed 30 minutes early, or maybe start doing a 30-minute walk. Like, start small, like do something, and then work towards whatever goal it is at the beginning of the year, if that's what you really want to wait for. But like, start somewhere, you know? So then when you do get to the beginning of the year, it's not, you don't have this over intimidating whatever goal list. Like, some people have like 10 goals, and it's so unrealistic, you know? So or join a class that you've been wanting to join and just try it, you know? So,
and those small changes make big differences, like in the beginning, like, you know, not putting creamer in your coffee, or like putting half of the creamer, or whatever it is. Like, it's just really make huge changes.
Start small and try to be consistent with it, and then see where it goes. More often than not, you're going to feel good. You're going to want to do more, or probably take, you know, quote unquote, the bad stuff or whatever, non-healthy stuff off your plate, whatever it may be, you know?
What she's saying,
don't
like,
wait.
That goes for working out and nutrition, right? Like, I've dealt with so many clients over the years, you know, go paleo, go whatever, and it's like, hey, tomorrow we go straight paleo, we cut all this off. Like, most people that do that do not do well. Majority of people, or they do the 30-day, right? The whole 30. The whole 30, right? Yeah. And people do that 3 times a year. Well, that's not what it's for.
Right, it's not consistent.
Right? But if you can get people with working out or eating, making small changes, so it's not a diet change, it's a lifestyle change.
Right.
Then it's a habit, and then it's something that makes it easier, and you see this progression. You're like, okay, well, bam, I'm drinking 92 ounces of water every day now. Man, I'm only sleeping 5 hours. Okay, I need to get to 5.5 hours next month, right? And so every month they're adding more sleep, body can recover, you're getting more water in, you're flushing out, like small little changes like that.
Yeah.
Those are the first things I talk to my clients about.
Yeah.
Hey, let's do body weight stuff, let's drink more water, and let's figure out how to get more sleep. Like, if you get water and sleep in, you're gonna fix a lot of people's smaller issues.
And little tip, you wanna work your way up to, if you're not there, drink half your body weight in ounces a day. That's where you want to, that's how many ounces of water you should be drinking a day. Yep. If not more. For some, and obviously it's different for everyone depending on your activity level. Some people need more than that. But
well, it's where you live too.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in Texas in the humidity, you have to have more than that.
Your body just craves it.
You have to.
You're right.
Yes.
Your organs.
My problem is, you want me to get more sleep, but if I drink a lot of water, I'm gonna be up all night peeing.
No, you won't. Stop about like an hour and a half before it. Yeah.
But those are other issues too, right? Like, if you wake up every night and you're peeing, you're waking up because of something going on in your body that's not right.
I agree completely.
You know what I'm saying? But that's one of those things. It's like, well,
people don't know.
Because people say that. Well, if I drink more water, well, I'm gonna be peeing all night. Well, if you wake up every night to go pee 2 or 3 times, there's something going on inside
and
that's not right.
80 years old. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that.
It's not right. But you tell clients that, and some clients, they listen, and it just goes right back.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's tough. Yeah. You have the information. If people want to take it, it's on to them.
Yeah. So I've been doing this, and I've talked to enough people where it's like, if people don't come for me for information, I don't put it out anymore.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Well, it's energy. It's energy waste on your part. And,
Yeah.
And great information that is wasted if.
And honestly, people will change. They have to be ready themselves to change.
Yeah. 100%.
They have to do it themselves.
Yeah.
Either something's going to happen, or you're so fed up with your life or whatever's going on, you will make that change.
Yeah.
It's the
And
individual.
it's not someone telling you, because someone telling you usually kind of.
Right.
Well, it's funny,
You might
right?
do it for a little bit, and then you might not.
Well, what's funny too is, like, people will pay you money to tell them to do things, and they still don't do it, and they're paying you money. You're like,
I mean, that's money.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
I mean,
money means different to different people,
Yeah.
right? So for me, if I pay somebody money, like, I'm listening to what you're saying.
Sure.
well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but some people are just, it's weird, it's crazy.
It's true. True that.
That's true. Okay, so y'all are both very goal oriented in, you know, your business and your health and working out. How do y'all maintain those goals throughout the year?
I think we feed off of each other. I mean, I don't know if I would call myself a goal-oriented person. I mean, like I don't set goals for myself. I mean, I want to be the best version of myself, you know, best mom, friend, wife, you know, just do better each day. But Ella helps, our daughter, you know, because I want to do better for her. I want to feel good. I want to stay active for her. I want her to grow up seeing, you know, healthy ways to eat, to, you know, work out or be active, you know. And yeah, like I said, I think we feed off of each other.
Yeah.
As far as our drive and motivation goes for our lifestyle.
Yeah. Well, my whole setting goals have changed over the years. Like before, like competing in CrossFit and doing that, and then going back and doing the Army stuff that I'm doing. It's like, for me, it's like I'm an older guy doing what I'm doing with the Army with a bunch of younger kids. And it's like my goals are to be better than they are, in shape, running, whatever it is, so I can mentor them and I can be around a lot longer. And then when it comes other goals, it's more of, all right, well, I have to succeed in order for Ella to have an education, or for Ella to grow up and have these things, and for Katie to have the security of the house and all, you know what I mean? Like all that, like to me, that's basically what everything works around. It's like
drive.
Army, it's like, all right, well, stay alive, train, mentor people, stay in the game as long as I can. And then outside of that, it's just like, okay, what's the best thing for my wife and my daughter?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, all right, what do I got to do? All right, got to do this. Got to figure out a way to do this. And that's,
you know, that's interesting
changed
you
for
say
me.
that. I guess maybe before Ella, my goals were more competing in CrossFit. And then now that we have a daughter, my goals have completely shifted. Like my main focus is I want to wake up and I want to feel good all day. You know, I don't want that tired slump or that energy depletion at 3 o'clock, because at 3 I'm picking her up and I got so many hours with her still. You know what I mean? And so my goal, my everyday goal, is just feeling good, energy wise and in my body, you know.
I'm gonna piggyback on what you just said.
Okay.
If you piggyback on what I said.
Okay.
But it's pretty heavy now.
I brought some more ideas in your
Well,
head.
the thing too, like health for me, it's like, okay, well, our daughter's this age. I want to be able to walk her down the aisle. I want to see my grandkids. So it's like, I want to be able to where I can still run and play and pick up and do these things in 20, 30 years.
Yeah, you're building.
Right? And that's a big goal because of what my body's been through already.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's what I want to be able to do in 30, 40 years from now, still be able to do that to some degree.
Yeah.
Like, and so for me, that's another driver why I try to eat as clean as I do. And, you know, I do certain things is because I want that down the road, not just next week or a year from now. It's like, I want to be able to do that.
Yeah. I mean, right now y'all are building a foundation, not just for Ella, but for like future generations to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's deep.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So deep.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, and also too, you know, over the past few years, you know, as far as nutrition goes, that has changed a lot, because before, especially with competing in CrossFit, I was doing macros. I did the zone. Right. I weighed and measured, right? Because you have to do that. You want to be the best competitor, you know, and you got to lean down and all this stuff. And I remember after having Ella, I was just like telling him, I was like, one, I don't have the energy for that anymore. You know, it works for some people. It didn't work for me. I don't have the energy. I don't have the time. I don't want Ella growing up and seeing this scale and these measurements and, you know, and
it's in their head.
I want to be able to go to a birthday party with her and enjoy a piece of cake with her, you know, and not be like, all right, I can't have that. I have a competition coming up, or it's not in my macros.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
like,
it is, but
and I was very
lifestyle.
strict, and I definitely recognize that. But that has been the biggest shift after having Ella. I just wanted a more balanced, well-rounded plate, you know, and teach her that, because I don't want her to get all in the, you know, what's going on with all like the fads that's here and there, and the diet culture and body image issues.
But also with that too, I think if she did see you count macros, I think it's how you articulate it to her on why you're doing that. Like, hey, mommy has a goal to do this. and my mommy's that dedicated, right? So I think
it could
even
go
if you
both
do that,
ways,
It could go both ways, but it's a slippery slope.
It is, but you have to educate and make them kind of understand that and have those conversations.
For sure. And that probably is great with some families. I'm sure there's a lot of moms out there or dads that
100%.
do that. I just didn't want that for Ella and I. And really,
Well, and it was your goals were changing.
My goals were changing. I didn't need to
to
count. I didn't feel like I needed to count my macros and stuff like that. And so, anyway, I have to say I feel more comfortable, and I settled into a more balanced nutrition group for me, for feeling good.
Yeah, and everyone's different, and
100%.
Everyone's going to take this health path. I mean, everyone should kind of look to see in their life what they can change to make it better. I think everyone needs to always be better, like you said.
Right.
Like, be a better you. How can I do that?
Yeah, it's good to check in every now and again and be like, what did I do right today? What did I do wrong? Maybe not every day, but maybe on a weekly basis, whatever. But how can I do better? Definitely. There's definitely some days where
I'm about to Mr. Miyagi this.
where I'm like, you can do better tomorrow, so.
Well, and like the rest, like you need time to not do things as well.
Yeah, absolutely. People underestimate rest for the body.
Yeah.
Water, sleep, rest. Those are really important if you want to start
components
anywhere.
Of healing.
Water and sleep. That's what I talk about first with my nutrition clients before we even go into food. I'm like, where are you at with your water? Where are you at with your sleep?
Well, it's funny, like I go back to like the CrossFit thing. People think so taboo on CrossFit. I've been doing CrossFit for 15 years, competed at a high level, and I trained at CrossFit when there wasn't a smart way to train. Like now there's a lot more information on how to train properly and safely, and how to eat,
preventative.
right? Well, and how to eat, right? Like people were going to the games and they were eating paleo.
Yeah.
You look at the guys competing now; they're not eating paleo, right? Like, Matt Fraser, like, I have the Snicker bars. Well, look at the amount of work he's doing and what he's trying to do to fuel his body. Like,
for sure,
these people need to eat. So you can't eat paleo. But we were trying to
3 workouts a day, right? I mean, it's like ridiculous.
Man, when I did it was 7. It was 7 in one day.
That's just insane.
It was harder. I remember that Saturday at the ranch. It was. I got down. I was like, man, that was harder than any day at Ranger School. Like, it was just ridiculous. But I've been doing it. I've been doing it for that long, and I'm still able to do that. Where people are like, man, I get hurt. You get hurt doing CrossFit. Well, if you don't do it the right way, you don't have the right people teaching you, or your ego is too big to where you can't listen. That's the issue I have with people, is people going with these egos and they're like, well, I can do that. He did that. Or I can do blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you don't need to be doing that. And then the next thing you know, they hurt themselves.
And you said something about like soccer moms. So it's like, moms that are, not being as, or weren't as active, and then they come in and do something crazy. And I'm not just saying moms, it can be.
Well, for me, it's mainly the guys that come
with
in,
the ego.
And you're gonna have injuries if you go do yoga, if you do Pilates, if you're on the golf course, you're gonna have injuries. You're gonna have injuries picking up your child, picking up a bag of feed. It doesn't matter. You're gonna get injuries, right? And it happens at CrossFit. It happens in anything you do. But it's managing that with some smarts and not letting your ego push you to get injured, right?
Right, 100%.
That's the biggest problem with people that were athletes in high school, and they're 15 years out, they come in and they want to crush it.
That's what we had. We had one of he played high school with me. One of her friends came in one day when he was still playing at that level, and it was a one rep max deadlift. And he was in there deadlifting some big boy weight with the big boys, and he hurt himself. And I was like, it sucks.
That's unfortunate. I know.
Ego.
Yeah. You got to check it.
At the door.
Absolutely.
But going to that, right? Like goals and stuff like that, right? Like, we're at crazy times now in the United States and everything in the world. But it's like, you also got to be in shape, right? Like, you can have all the guns, all the bullets, all the food, all the bunkers, all the stuff. But if you're not healthy and you can't last that chaotic month, well, I mean, what good is all that?
And you're left behind.
Hopefully those people let me know where their things are, and I will get to their things and accumulate those things.
Absolutely.
You've got to be healthy in order to get through that initial chaos. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Like, that's a far-fetched thing, but like, you got to be healthy enough to get through it.
Yep.
You're walking around in a cane trying to run away from the zombies. It's not going to happen.
Maybe 1 or 2.
No, just gotta be faster than the next guy.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that was great.
Yeah. So this was great. We want to know how people can find you if you have questions or anything or website or where they can go to reach out.
Yep, you can find me at Instagram, so Balancing with KZ, Balancing Nutrition with KZ, sorry, or Katie at BayouCityCrossfit.com.
And we'll put all these links in the notes.
Okay.
Yep. You just go to the website. You go to our website, which will be in the links.
Is that your email?
Email, it's VIC at Bayou City CrossFit.
And then we'll put your cell numbers on
I
there.
ain't put my cell number on there.
No, we won't do that.
What? No.
Cool.
You gotta get through the vetting process before you get my phone number.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
another thing.
talk about that.
Y'all said y'all do programming, but it's also an interview, right? It's kind of
So I do personal programming with military guys, non-military, and not all of them live in Houston. So it's basically I try to do like 7 days of programming. So it's weight training, aerobic, anaerobic, rest days, all of that. But I've found that I've had clients in the past that weren't a good fit for me. And so it's one of those things, just because somebody comes to me and they want to pay for me to train them, it's like, well, I don't know if I want to spend the time and effort with you if you're not going to give me 100%. So now I just, I do like a little talk with them beforehand, kind of see what their goals are, where they're at, how their life is, why they're trying to make big changes. And then I usually do some type of like test period. To
see if they're committed. Yeah.
Do you do that too? Or are you that picky?
No, he's the personal program. I just do, I program for one client for his home gym.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have clients that come into the gym.
Yeah, of course. Well, she has her one-on-one client. And then
the
her
nutrition.
And then my nutrition consulting on the side.
Man, entrepreneur.
Yes.
I
It's
like
fun.
it. Yeah, awesome.
You gotta hustle.
That's right.
Yep.
Very good. Well, thank y'all.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
We'll give y'all a record check after this.
Yep. $1 million.
Yeah.
$1 million.
All right.